Hi Taurus, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your mid-August 2024 love reading. Thank you to those of you who've liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's what I call the Bridge in the Gap spread. And the way it works is we'll look at the past, present, and future energies between you and your main love interest. Once we get through all that, we'll pull some oracle cards as well for some additional insight. That's where the Bridge in the Gap dynamic comes into play. And as far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot. On the right side we have the Romantic Tarot. And also keep in mind it's a general reading, so I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left as your energy and the cards on the right as the other person's. If you feel that's the other way around in your situation, then definitely trust that. Alright, so with all that out of the way, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have the Four of Coins. So yeah, this is Capricorn energy here. And to me, this says that you might have actually found yourself thinking about this person a lot in the past, but you might have felt like it was more of a distraction than anything. So for example, maybe you're trying to focus more on building your finances up, because if we see that person there, it looks like they're not physically in the room with her, right? So to me, that this gives me the image of someone who's thinking about someone, right? And then if you look at the facial expression, she has all that thrill diva, right? So I feel like you might have had this person on your mind a lot, but just felt like they were more of a distraction than anything. Alright, past energy on their side, we have the Two of Swords. So this is Libra energy here, and if you look at the artwork, to me it resembles a little bit more of the Three of Swords energy. So some of you could just be saying that maybe this person was still healing from a past disappointment in their love life, so maybe that's why they might not have been bringing a lot of energy toward the connection either. And for some of you, I will say this could even just be saying that the two of you might have had a connection and split up in the past. But even if you did split up with them, you might have still found yourself thinking about them a lot. Alright, present energy on your side, we have Temptation. So this is the equivalent of the Devil in traditional tarot, so that's more Capricorn energy. So yeah, I could just be saying that maybe this is someone that you do have a history with, and now, especially given that we have Mercury retrograde in the mix, maybe this is just one of those things where the pull feels even stronger now to where you do actually find yourselves reconnecting with this person. Alright, present energy on their side, we have the Two of Cups. So yeah, at the very least, it shows that they have more openness as far as the emotional side of things go now, whereas in the past, like I said, it seems like they might have still been going through a bit of a healing process. But what stands out to me, though, is we still do see these people wearing a mask, so maybe you're not seeing all the details between the two of you, but I feel like at the very least, this is saying that, yeah, they are being more open and expressive emotionally. Alright, future energy on your side, we have the Ten of Arrows. So yeah, for some of you, I feel like this is saying that you might just feel a little bit overwhelmed with the connection, and then maybe because of that, you might communicate to this person that you want some space, So yeah, like I said, for whatever reason, you view this person's presence as more of a distraction. So like I said, maybe you guys just have a bigger goal in mind right now, maybe a career goal or something along those lines, to where even if you are interested in them, you just feel like the timing isn't right. You don't have the energy to put toward the connection. So I feel like this is saying that, yeah, you might actually find yourselves pulled into the connection with this person for a little bit of time in the present. Like we said, maybe just because of the Mercury retrograde, but ultimately I feel like this is saying that you'll still want to pull back at some point. All right, future energy on their side, we have the High Priestess. So yeah, this is an energy here that says that maybe for some of you might feel like the communication's a little bit lacking with them too, right? So maybe that's part of where you feel the frustration too, where you're like, okay, the pull is there, but you can't necessarily read what this person's actually feeling, right? So it could just be one of those things where maybe that's what leads you to the frustration and wanting to push this person away. Or for others, you could just be saying that maybe they're not all that great with communicating in general, so even if you do try to create distance with this person, they might really just try to intuitively try to pick up on what happened, right? Especially if they feel like the moment that the two of you share, seemingly in the present or in the very near future at least, seem to give them the impression that things are moving in the right direction, so they might just feel thrown off if you were to suddenly pull back again. All right, bottom of the deck on your side, we have the King of Coins. So this is actually the court card for your sign. So yeah, it could just be saying that ultimately you will reach the goal that you were striving to reach. So it could just be saying that maybe as far as that goes, that's maybe why you do have a little bit more openness toward the connection. But yeah, like I said, it seems like at the very least at times you just view the connection with this person. It's more of a distraction than anything, and maybe because the pull feels so strong that you might feel like it verges a little bit toward the unhealthy side. Alright, and bottom of the deck on their side, we have the Four of Pentacles. So interestingly enough, you had that in the past on your side, and here we see it at the bottom of the deck on their side. So yeah, if we look at the artwork there, right, could just be saying that maybe the two of you were in a committed connection at one point in the past, and for whatever reason, maybe they just seemed to let it fall apart, right? So that could have been one of those things where maybe just two of you do have history, and with the Mercury retrograde, maybe you're finding yourselves wanking up again. But like I said, it looks like it could be a little tricky to navigate in the near future. But we'll see what the Oracle cards add to the mix. First, we'll see what we get from the Messages of Love Oracle card deck. Just going to pull a single card from this one. Alright, let me just put the deck down for a second. And just allow me to tune in for a bit, and then we'll pull a card. Okay, we'll take this card here. Let me get the deck out of the way. And next we'll pull a card from Wisdom of the Oracle. Same situation, that's going to pull a single card here. Then we'll read the messages from both cards and wrap the reading up with that. Alright, and I'll just put this deck down now. And give me a few seconds to tune in. We'll pull a card for this deck as well. Okay, we'll take this card and we'll get this out of the way. Alright, so first we'll read the Messages of Love card. We have Chemistry. It says the attraction you feel is mutual. So yeah, this definitely seems to emphasize what I was saying as far as, like I said, it feels like there's a strong pull toward this person, but for whatever reason, like I said, maybe financially you feel like this is just more of a distraction than a positive, right? So you're like, okay, yes, I feel the pull. You might even find yourselves just really overwhelmed by it in the present, but ultimately you might feel like, oh, this is more of a distraction than anything. All right, and from the Wisdom Oracle, we have Not For You. There's the artwork and the number 6. So yeah, at the very least, that makes it sound like, yeah, maybe this is just one of those things where you do get back together temporarily, and then you ultimately decide, like, yeah, this just isn't for me, right? We'll see what the actual message from the book says. All right, the relationship message says some relationships carry an innate seed of failure in them that is obvious from the beginning, but the red flags escape your observation or you refuse to acknowledge them. When a relationship is not meant to be, it's not possible to make it be. Rejection is a sign that you're being protected by the divine. If you are the one who must if you are the one who must reject another, remember that you do so for both your sakes. For every pot there is a lid. This one may not be the best fit. So yeah, like I said, this definitely seems like, at least for some of you, you might have actually been in a relationship with this person already, and then they just come back into the scene in the present. Like we said, most likely Mercury retrograde effect if that's the case. But for others of you, like I said, maybe you just felt the attraction to this person, but you felt like they were more of a distraction than anything. You might temporarily take things to a physical level and then decide, yeah, this just isn't really working for me. So if that is your situation, hopefully this reading resonates with you guys. We'll wrap up then, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.